Yes, sir. It is the All-Purpose Podcast. Bo Brock, of course, our guy. It's right over here. It's Greg Dortch, live from his spot here in AZ, wrapping up. Fantastic. Another season for GD for the Arizona Cardinals. Greg, how we feeling, my man?
Feeling good as always. How you feeling?
Doing great, man. It was, obviously you guys wish the record was a lot better, but after that game, and I know it was a gut-wrenching end to that game, but I felt like everybody was holding their head up high in the locker room, and there's a lot of confidence going into whatever's next for Jonathan Gannon and the Cardinals, and even yourself, big-time playmaker for the Cards.
And that's exciting to have the record that we had this year, maybe not the season that everybody wanted, but to still have that feeling of a rejuvenated energy and just excitement going into the next season, man, that's special. So I think we're building the right culture in Arizona, and it's exciting.
It absolutely is, and people want to know the future of Greg Dortch, and we'll get into that later. That we'll get down the road here, but I talked to you after training camp, after preseason, and for someone like you who is self-made, who has really endured a long road to in really earned every opportunity that you've received at the NFL level. To make the team back then, to make the 53, you didn't take that lightly. So to put the finishing touches on your second full season in the NFL, what are your thoughts on that?
Man, it's honestly, as I sit back and this is the first day after everything's done. Like we had exit meetings yesterday, so of course we were in the building, but this is the first day that I'm off. No football, I got to sleep in, it's been 20 weeks straight of just straight ball. So finishing up another big year, man, it feels really good. My body feels good. Mentally, I'm good. Just excited for the offseason to just kick back and just relax and allow my body to recover.
I mean, what is that like? I mean, a lot of people equate it to the last day of school, summers here, but you're right, man. 20 weeks, that's nearly half the year where you're just grinding. I mean, it's gotta be nice to just have some downtime.
It is nice, but man, I love football. It doesn't feel like a job what I do. So I have a really good life, man. I'm blessed. But yeah, it definitely feels good to just wake up on your own terms and do what you really want to do. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. So it feels good.
There was no setting of the alarm on the phone last night. That had to have been a good feeling.
It was great.
You stay up late, or what'd you do?
My body's so stuck in a routine. I try to stay up late and I'm asleep by 10.
All right.
Yeah, I can't make it.
I feel that anytime sometimes I'll linger until 11. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Let's get into that game against the Seahawks, man, especially offensively. It felt like you guys continued to find your stride after Philly. Obviously you had the big performance against Philly, 7 catches, 80 yards. You had some good returns against the Seahawks. You're obviously out there offensively. I talked to Trey McBride yesterday. The trick play, I guess, where Matt Prater and Gillikin come on the field, that was supposed to be your play. I'm looking at the NFL rule book, can a linebacker just kind of drop you like that? I mean, that seems like it's against the rules.
Man, we scored a touchdown. I was the number one read, but Trey it was 1A, 1B. It could have went either way to either one of us. So once I got knocked down and I seen that we had scored and the stadium was just lit up, I was excited. It wasn't even about me at that time, but that play was crazy. We probably practiced that play maybe 6 times during the week. So everybody knew exactly what we were going to do, and it worked out.
I asked Kyler about that in the post game, and he had said that play had been in the playbook since his rookie year in 2018. Yeah. Jeff Rodgers has been really wanting to use it, and I think he had, maybe in Kyler's rookie year. But was Rodgers, was he puffing up his chest high after that? And proud after that was well executed?
Yeah, I mean, of course he was excited, but he's not one of those guys. He's just probably just super excited that we completed the play. We ran the play last year against Atlanta, and the Falcons ended up calling a timeout, which is what you essentially want them to do. But if you can run a play and get the result that we did, then of course we'll take that. But I'm sure he was definitely excited.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of exciting plays in that game. You are tight with a guy like James Conner. It seems like he is tight with a lot of people in that locker room. Just the way that he's there is a mentor and a leader for you guys. To see him be able to eclipse 1,000 yards rushing for the first time in his career, at this stage in his career, what was that like out there for a big moment for JC to wrap up the season?
Yeah, it was definitely cool. I think like when milestones like that are coming up, like we don't really like to talk about it as much, like around them, like, hey, yo, you need like this and that to get this amount of yards. We don't really talk about it. We don't want to jinx it. So just coming into the week, I think everybody knew that, you know what I'm saying, we wanted to get that for him. And as receivers, man, our job is to block for him. And so for him to get that, like that speaks to our effort. And Jay, he's a great guy. Like you want to be able to do those things for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think Gannon said he's the blueprint, especially at that position, but for any player for that matter, just the way he takes care of himself on and off the field. And I'm sure that's something that trickles to the rest of the roster. And I'm sure somebody like yourself, you don't take those lightly as well, as far as your preparation and what you're doing to get your body right each and every week. I mean, 20 weeks is an absolute grind. I don't think most of us can make it through something like that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a grind, man. But this is what we get paid to do. But to be able to see vets and older guys that have been doing it for a while, like Beachum, James Conner, just veteran guys who have done it, to see their routines and kind of to learn from them, like it's exciting and it's cool to be able to do that. And I think I've done that pretty well.
Yeah, and then, I mean, you talk about the vets and then the rookies, like Elijah Higgins, somebody who emerged this season, went from converted wide receiver to tight end. Michael Wilson, talking to him yesterday, and the pick six against Philly, he said that was probably the lowest of lows, but he turns that negative into a positive. He caught constant communication with Kyler Murray, and he had a career-high 95 yards receiving in the regular season finale. And he talked about the trust that he had with Kyler Murray. Do you have a similar feeling with your quarterback, where he just, no matter what the result is on a play, is that you're going to put that behind you and then move forward?
Yeah, I think we do. And I think it just comes with playing with each other and just building that chemistry. We hang out with each other outside of the game as well. So just to gain that trust and outside of football, like when it comes to football and doing our job, it's second nature. But to speak on Mike, man, I'm super proud of him. Like, that game was big for him, just his confidence and just everything going into the next year, man. Just to sit back and just watch his rookie year and how he performed and how he handled it. I'm super proud of him. Like, I tell him all the time, man, I salute him. I got a lot of respect for Mike.
Absolutely. I thought there was a key. I mean, he made a couple catches on third down, which were clutch for you guys. There's one in particular where I think Kyler was flushed out of the pocket and Mike made an adjustment and shook off a defender. And then Kyler just put the ball right on him. Just absolute dot. It was a beautiful thing to see, but it was just a beautiful thing to see. How much pride does this wide receiver core have? I know you guys took some flack, a couple of weeks ago for a little bit of a stretch, but you guys finished strong.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We kind of use that as fuel, man, just to see, like, we're competitors. So when we see people, like, challenge us, like, yo, we're not doing a good job, or, you know what I'm saying, we feel like the receivers aren't making enough plays, like, we take that to heart. And I feel like we showed up the past games that we needed to. And I'm just excited for the group of receivers that we had in the room, man. I feel like as the season grew, we all grew together, and we kept getting better. So that's a plus.
Where was that, like, mostly coming from? Is it like you guys would just, it was unavoidable sometimes? You just open up your social media and people are just chirping?
I feel like we're human. I feel like we see things, we may read things, and then we also feel it as well. Like the numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
Like, you go into a game and receivers maybe don't even have 5 catches, like, that's on us. So we got to look ourselves in the mirror, and that's what we did, man. We just got to get back to work.
Well, absolutely. You guys answered and then some. And I think that the fan base is feeling really confident moving forward. I want to talk about your coach too, but I also want to tell everybody about becoming a member of the Inner Circle with Circle K right now. You got to download the app for America's Thirst Shop. It's a free app. Sign up is free as well. Free membership program. You save 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups and 3 cents per gallon every day. This is key. I mean, Greg Dortch, he's going from Tempe to Glendale, back to Tempe, just on his grind. He's going to the gym. I'm sure he's filling up his car quite a bit. Got to save some money. Why not do it for free with the app, the Inner Circle, Circle K? In every sixth, you get a free selection of Circle K products, whether it's pizza, coffee. How about those Polar Pops? And you can get in on the 31 days of Circle K. It's in the Inner Circle app. You got those free prizes, snacks, also weekly entry for grand prizes. Join the Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply in participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for more details. Let's get to some of these chats. Jessica saying, Dortch, let's go. We got Luis, hell of a season. Not ending we want it, but next year is our year. Victor, the man. Greg just saying, let's go. Jesus saying, what's up, Dortch? I was at the game cheering you on. You got a little chippy and was just the sea chickens being annoying. LOL. What do you think about that? Was it chippy out there on the field?
Man, it was chippy. It's something about those Seahawks, man. It was getting a little chippy.
Who was that? Is it the cornerbacks? Is it the entire defense? Is it what is it?
I think it's just the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, from the top, I guess we'll say, the head man there all the way down. They seem to have some, I don't know if a cockiness and arrogance to them.
Yeah.
But sometimes you need that for some swagger, and then sometimes it gets a little bit overboard and overblown. But look, I mean, the run game on Sunday, the way that everybody was moving people around, the offensive line, man, and the tight ends, the way that they were just knocking people around, I can't imagine those guys had too much to say after some of those plays where they're springing like James Conner, Kyler Murray's running for 33 yards. You guys are making big plays all over the place.
Oh no, they did. They and that's the thing. They were still talking after those plays. So man, it's fun out there. Like, it's super competitive, and guys need to talk a little bit of smack to get themselves going. Then, hey, do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, man, it's just a game, and we all love to play it. So it's just fun.
Yeah. So you got a Nyheim Hines jersey behind you. Is he a Richmond guy as well? What's your connection with Nyheim?
He went to NC State. I went to Wake Forest.
Okay.
ACC. Just game, respect, game.
And then you got we've seen you before. I know you had the AJ Green jersey as well.
Yeah, I got AJ.
That's crazy. It's crazy to think he was on this roster last year, still making plays. He had that big 70-yard flea flicker in the finale last year against the Niners.
San Fran, yeah, that was a crazy game.
Kyler said it's a 180 though compared to last year. Do you have the same sense as far as the vibes around the facility, around the organization?
I think I do a little bit. I mean, still, like, when you're not winning, the vibes aren't as good. You get what I'm saying? But it's definitely a different culture brewing for sure.
Yeah. And speaking of that culture, like who is it? Gannon? Is Gannon the guy that's leading the charge as far as the whole culture shift, or is it a mix between Gannon and Ossenfort and the people that they brought in?
Yeah, I think it's a collective effort. Like, I think it stems from them. It stems from the top. And then when you have the right guys in the locker room, the JCs, me, Kyler, just guys that, you get what I'm saying, are leaders and can help the team win. I think guys just follow that. So
what was any moments stand out for you? Maybe some JG moments where he talked to you guys and it truly resonated through this, overall tough stretch of a season?
Like anything he said?
Yeah, anything he said, anytime he kind of like,
he's not a big rah-rah guy. Like, he's very like straight to the point. Like, we're gonna do what we have to do. Like, this is football. Like, tell them to put the football down and let's just play football. And that's the type of guy I am. Like, it's not much to talk about. Like, it's not like, what are we doing? Like, let's just play football and the best team's gonna win.
Right. He's kind of more of a trust the process guy. Will continue to put in the work and the results will follow.
For sure, 100%.
What about just overall any highlights for you that you'll kind of always look back on 2023 and fondly remember?
Honestly, I think I remember the Chicago game a lot. Like that, I feel like that play by me was a big play. And it was exciting. Like, it really felt like it was just a fun play. Like, I felt like I was just in my zone. Like, nothing could stop me. So that was exciting.
Yeah, you weren't going to get taken down, and then the next week, against Philadelphia, you nearly did it again. Make the big play to put the team in position for the go-ahead, the game-winning score with James Conner. I felt like we were watching like 2 consecutive weeks on replay. It was really impressive. Obviously, just a season full of big plays from our guy Greg Dortch. Make sure you're getting into the PHNX locker today. You get that Greg Dortch officially licensed tee. Look at this bad boy.
Wow, I was just gonna say, man, nice shirt.
Thank you. Yeah, I got to rep it, especially on today as you guys kind of put the 2023 season in the rearview mirror. Did you check out the championship game last night?
I did. I watched a little bit of it. I'm not gonna lie, I was going for Utah, but obviously,
yeah,
the result.
Yeah, it was tough. I think Penix obviously looked a little rattled in that game.
Yeah,
he was trying to get the ball to Dunzy, and they were doing a good job, and they still had a solid game, but
this wasn't enough.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. Hopefully, with how they resituate the CFP next year, and we got more teams involved, it'll be a little bit more exciting. We got a super chat here. Jason jumping in. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I believe it's Jason's first chat here. Thank you, Jason. Dortch's 49-yard punt return against the Falcons was a thing of beauty. Absolutely was. That was a key kind of turning point in that game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I appreciate you, Jason. That play was exciting too. Just because of leading up into the week, that was the first time that I had actually thought to kind of text Coach Rogers and be like, hey, you know what? I like this return for this week. And we put it in, and it ended up being a successful return. So that was cool.
I mean, I don't know if you can draw it up where you run into a defender and look like you dead the rights and then bounce out. But hey, I mean, regardless, you had some blockers there, and it was set up, and it was big. B saying Greg got that clutch gene. Absolutely. Deuce saying Dortch equals clutch gene. Everybody's jumping in here. So absolutely. I even think somebody got into my DMs recently, Greg, and said that you were helping him win a fantasy football championship this week. So congratulations to that, man.
How does that even work? Like, how does that work? Do you pick like players for a week?
I think in this situation, it was like a season-long thing. And he put you in the lineup, and you were part of the title-winning squad. Yeah, it was Eric who hit me up on DMs and said that you were part of this title-winning season. So you don't go home completely empty-handed. But it was a fun season, no doubt about it. What's yesterday like, where you guys are cleaning out your lockers and kind of saying goodbye, or is it like, okay, it's not necessarily goodbye, but I'll see you later?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like deep down, you know that some of those guys aren't going to be there, and like you don't even know if you're going to be there. So it's just like you kind of just want to take in everything that happened from this past year and just really just be thankful, and then just take it all in, man. And we had team meeting, we had position meetings with our coaches and stuff, so we got to talk to everybody. But yeah, it's kind of sad, man. Football season is fun, and like some of those guys, you'll remember them, but like y'all probably will never be on the same team again. So you just try to cherish those moments with those guys.
You guys don't watch the film, do you?
On our own, yeah. No, we didn't sit down as a team.
Not like a normal week, right? So you just it's on to the off season there. So Drew Terrell was his first year you played under him as a wide receivers coach. He was a passing game coordinator. What was it like playing under Drew for 1 year?
Yeah, it was cool. I actually met Drew as a rookie when I got picked up off a practice squad from the Jets, and I went to the Carolina Panthers. He was there, so we kind of ran into each other early, and then so for him to be my coach now, it's exciting. A very similar thought process. He's been around the game a long time. He's played the position. In college, he was a return specialist just like me. So we kind of can agree and talk about a lot of similar things. But yeah, it's been exciting to learn and just be a student of the game this year from him.
He has local roots too, so it had to have been exciting for him to come back where he grew up, played high school ball.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that until just recently that he was from here.
Yeah, he was playing at nearby Hamilton when they were kind of in their heyday. He even might have been playing for a championship title winning team like yourself,
Already.
like you did back in VA. How do you watch the playoffs going forward? Are you going to tune in this weekend to all the matchups, or are you just going to kind of watch here and there?
Yeah, I'll probably tune in. I like football, so I love football. So I'm definitely be tuned in. Um, who's you can we talk about favorites? Who you have?
Oh man, I mean, it's tough to get away from that pesky team in your division, San
Yeah,
Francisco. I mean, they got players all over that team. Uh,
Baltimore is rolling.
Baltimore is rolling, yeah, and Lamar is playing pretty solid football right now. So like when you look at it's like it's tough to get away from the favorites, but upsets are going to happen. It feels like it happens each and every season.
Yeah, I'm
Everybody's
looking at
already
that.
counting out Philly. Everybody's already counting out Pittsburgh, and it's like
Yeah.
I know they're not playing well, but you think they got a shot?
Uh, I think Philly does for sure. I'm definitely I'm really excited to see the Rams and the Lions game. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I feel like that's gonna be a really good game, but you can't count Philly out. I know they've been struggling as of late, but that's still a really good team, well coached. So can't count them out. They've been there before. Can't count them out.
And then another team too that really I think should be fun to watch in the postseason is the Texans, a team that you guys face. C.J. Stroud, what he did in that game against Indy down the
Mhm.
stretch, making throws all over the place. It should be a fun game for
Yeah,
the Texans.
he's super comfortable. I actually got a chance to watch their game against the Colts, and was super impressed. He's really good, and it's actually sad that they don't have Tank Dell because he just makes their offense even better. But I'm
Yeah.
definitely excited to watch the Texans too.
But Nico Collins, man, has he emerged? He was huge he
Mhm.
almost went for 200, didn't he, in that game?
Yeah, what year is this? What year is this for him? Isn't he?
I
Has
think
he?
it's 3. I
Oh, okay.
think
I
it's
thought he's been
yeah.
in. Okay, I thought he's older.
Um, Tampa Bay, they're a team that's they play Philly on the Monday
Yeah,
night game.
yeah, I'll take Philly.
You'll take Philly over Baker and crew, and then you got Dallas, who I think people are. I don't know what to make of Cowboys. You took out the Cowboys this year. They take on Jordan Love and the Packers.
Yeah, I got Dallas too. That's in Dallas? Dallas plays really well at home. So it's tough to beat them at home. Obviously, we beat them when they came to our home, but like I said, at home, Dallas. Dak didn't even put on a hat. I don't think if we really won. So he's obviously he's on a mission. So I'm excited to see them too.
Is there anybody you think is the most dangerous team that nobody wants to face in this postseason?
I probably say Kansas City. I feel like they've been struggling, but they've been quiet, and like that's scary. Like
Yeah.
they'll sneak up on you.
And I feel like if Josh Allen can play,
Yeah, you never know with them though.
yeah,
Like you never know. I'm
he
excited though. It should be funny. It should be
he
a
could
fun
win you the game, or he could go rogue and throw
game.
like 2 backbreaking
Yeah.
picks and just sink your season. Uh, it's been an absolute blast this season. Hook up and doing a show here with Greg Dortch, of course, all-purpose player. Be remiss if we got out of here without me asking,
Talk
free
to
agent this upcoming season. I got to imagine you want to come back and continue to wear the Arizona Cardinals red and white.
Of course, I do, man. My love for Arizona is just like can't explain it. Like I told you before, I feel like Arizona's what jump started my whole entire career. So much love for Arizona. Definitely excited to see what happens in the future.
And what would it mean to get to continue on with what you guys started this year?
It would mean everything. I'm a guy who once I start something, I want to finish it. Those guys in the locker room, they mean a lot to me. The coaches, just Arizona in itself, like I just told you, man, everything that Arizona means to me. So, like I said, man, I'm super, super excited. And wherever I am, man, I always have love for Arizona, whether I'm here or not. But I'm definitely excited to see where I'm going to be.
Well, you certainly have a ton of love and support here from not only PHNX Sports, and everybody in the chat, and everybody that's been along for this ride. When we first announced that we were having Greg Dortch join the PHNX family, people thought it was just an incredible move. Let's get to this $5 super chat. Our guy Deuce jumping in. Deuce saying, what do T15, Dobbs, and K1 all have in common? They all trust in Dortch. Can't wait to see what you do next season. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you, Deuce.
Yeah, that's a nice message. So Clayton Tune, Joshua Dobbs, Kyler Murray. It's been a wild season. Colt McCoy. I mean, you guys got 4 quarterbacks prepared to start this season. That's a wild ride.
It is. I kind of had that in college too, so kind of used to it at this point.
What do you have just coming up in the offseason? What are you going to do with some of your downtime before we get out of here?
Probably just relax, man, rejuvenate my body. Maybe go on vacation, and just relax, man. Just really just relax.
Now, vacation-wise, you can go a couple different ways. You're going to find some snow, like some scenic, beautiful place, or are you going to go and that's tough as an athlete because you can't go skiing or snowboarding.
Yeah, definitely somewhere warm.
Yeah.
For sure. Like I feel like it's cold in Arizona right now. Like
this is like our winter.
Yeah, like this is crazy to me. Like I'm so ready for the warm to come. So definitely somewhere warm.
You're gonna find a beach.
For sure.
You think you did Hawaii for the first time recently, right? You think you go back there?
I don't know if I double back on Hawaii that quick.
Yeah, it's a long flight.
Yeah, it is. Maybe like somewhere like Mexico or somewhere.
All right.
Yeah, Mexico would be cool.
If you're heading south of the border, you're going to check out some of those beaches. You might see the all-purpose player, our guy, Greg Dortch, hanging out there, just relaxing, gearing his body up for another NFL season. Well, Greg, it's been an absolute pleasure, man. Thank you so much for the time that you've given us. And we just can't wait to see you hopefully soon here and continue success in your NFL career. And we hope it's wearing that Arizona Cardinals red and white.
Man, it's been a pleasure, boy. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all.
All right, guys. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, PHNX Sports. Drop a like on this video. Go to gophnx.com. Become a diehard today. Absolute, just great perks there. You become a diehard and you put yourself in a position. You get a free shirt. You can actually make the Greg Dortch t-shirt your free tee or hat, whatever you want from the PHNX locker. Do it. Gophnx.com, PHNX locker. For Greg Dortch, I'm Bo Brock. Thank you to everybody who watched. We'll talk to you soon.
We all silly like the mayor.